Okay, so we're going to talk about troubleshooting client workflows, like the workflow for troubleshooting problems around clients. Now, this could be client requests, software issues you're running into, or just generally problems that you come into that need to be fixed. Okay. So, obviously, I'm providing you with a lot of training to fix your own problems where you run into them, and hopefully also operate in a way where you're getting the tasks done, so we're being proactive enough that we don't run into problems, really, if we just do our jobs the right way. But problems do arise, and so when a problem comes up, you want to take the steps you already know to fix a given problem. So I'll give you an example. Here's an email from a client that just came in that says, hey, there's no leads coming in, we aren't getting leads, the trigger is broken, the lead is not in our databases, how quickly can this be fixed? Okay. So issue there is, that there's something up with their databases, leads going into their databases. Well, we're not really sure why this would be happening. Okay, it could be happening for a number of reasons. So I want to go about, and I do understand some ways to go ahead and troubleshoot this and fix it, but I actually want to understand this at a deeper level. Like, what are the steps? What's the order of the steps I should take? So the second step is like, okay, if it's not something simple, like this seems actually kind of complex because what's their databases? How fast can it be fixed? There's a broken trigger. Like he's stating three different things here. And so how do we address these in the most efficient way? So I'm actually going to use our custom troubleshooting GPT tool. Okay. This is a custom GPT that we have designed Acceleration Enterprises to go ahead and use the resources of commonly used standard operating procedures, our full policy and procedures manual, as well as other resources to create streamlined solutions customized for our agency and what we do. Okay, it's actually pretty sweet. So all you can do, you can actually, when you get emails from clients, you can actually upload the email by saving it. So I did a print screen on the email and saved it, or you could screenshot the message. I like to upload the email so I capture all the details in the email and it'll upload. And then you still have to prompt it and say, we have a client problem that has arisen, that has come about. How about what should we do in the proper order? Okay, another thing that could happen sometimes is you run into software issues. That's another problem. And when that happens, you're going to screenshot the software errors in the dashboard of the software. If it's Meta Business Manager, Facebook Ads Manager, Go High Level platform, Zapier. Maybe you need to set up a Zapier tool to like a client's custom, CRM. Before you go about talking to another team member, okay, before you go to even contacting software support and starting like a support chat, before you do any of that, you will always use our custom GPT. You will always use this GPT first and foremost to ask it a question or get a problem solved, and always provide screenshots, PDF files for reference to what you're trying to fix or accomplish. Okay, so we'll go ahead and send that. There may be some cases where you don't have PDF or screenshot, but like most cases, you should be able to provide a screenshot or a PDF of like an email or a message of some kind. So we need to acknowledge the client, document the issue, okay, like right away. And then we're going to look at the go high level triggers, try basic fix, verify if like there's a Zapier trigger that's active, sending the leads if they're not using go high level. Is the lead forms mapped properly in go high level? Okay, now let's say you don't understand part of this. You could ask it. You could say, okay, well, in step 3, you could even say, I am on step 3. How do I map the lead form? and it'll actually go out and find the proper article for you on the internet and give us the steps to go ahead and solve this, okay, as far as Go High Level is concerned, okay? And it knows that we use Go High Level. It's very common. So we could, let's say we took that action, boom, it's all good. Now we need to communicate with the client, okay? Reminder of troubleshooting hierarchy and how to go about doing it. Now, we always want to respond to a client message immediately. And we can say, what is a message I can send to the client immediately if I am only on step 3? Question. Okay, and it'll actually give you a message to email back. So it even gives us, usually I keep the email in the same thread with a client. And it's like we're giving them the time frame here, so make sure the time frame is accurate, but you can pretty much copy and paste this and make sure you fill your name in here, right? And like we're asking, hey, does that work for you? And this aligns with our best practices. So you should probably prompt this multiple times usually for, a process, and follow the steps that it gives you. Read the steps and follow them. This is required before you move to, you might have to contact software support if it's a software issue, like Go High Level. Start a chat with them, maybe email them. If you're running into issues, like if you're like, hey, this form is not mapping, what would be the next steps? Then what you're going to do is Google the problem. Like just type it into Google and maybe look at like some articles there, see if you've missed anything. Once you've done that, then talk to your team leader, whoever's the leader on your parent task. Okay, would be the next part, the lead virtual assistant, the lead CSR, the lead media buyer, and say, hey, we have this problem. Okay, this is our flow for troubleshooting as far as using our custom GPT, and then following through. And we can even do it from a media buying perspective. We could say our ads for a client seem to be getting a lot of clicks, but no lead form submissions. What should we do? Right? Check the lead form. Make sure it's mobile friendly. We always use on platform, so it usually is. So review the questions. This is a common thing we do right away. We actually, a lot of times, adjust the form friction. If there's not enough fields and lots of low quality leads, you got to add friction. If there's too many fields, but fewer higher leads or no leads, we got to remove questions. There's too many fields, too many questions, basically. That would be the first thing to test. Step 1. I would do that first. Then you move on to like maybe verify pixel tracking, but even that doesn't matter so much. Review the setup. Make sure we're running rapid tests. We're using ABO lead forms, right? Confirm that you're using broad geo-targeting only. We don't narrow with interests or demographics. Just make sure you're targeting in a geographic, right? So we're capturing lots of people. Our ads are doing the targeting for us. Look over the creatives. This is the biggest thing we can do from a media buying standpoint. Are creatives explaining what they get when they fill out the form? Are we using weekly creative rotation? Are we launching at least through ads a week through rapid testing to combat fatigue and get testing to get a good quality ad going? Are we requesting collaborative ads and UGC style ads to boost the authenticity of our ads with the client? QA reporting. We're doing 2 rapid tests a week. Are the ABO campaigns only using fresh winning creatives from those rapid tests? So these are all things to go through for anybody on our team, whether it's media buyer, whether we have a CSR, you're a CSR, whether you're a BA. This is a standard practice for our whole team now. This is the tool that we use. In addition to understanding like these troubleshooting flows here in order. And the reason we have this GPT in place, the reason we have this process in place for problem solving is because everyone's time is very valuable and we are servicing quite a few clients at this point. So when you take someone away from servicing a client to try to solve your problem, when they're just going to do the exact same things you're going to do, it is a waste of time. And really, you need to bring in a more senior person on the team. Basically, when you have failed, when you are failing at doing this, and keep in mind that the lead team member actually makes choices about who is on their team to help clients. I actually like me as a partner, like the partner agency owner. I actually don't make a lot of decisions anymore around, I still do sometimes, but like a lot of times the team member is the one that decides if you're on their team or not. So you want to be careful about pushing things to the point where you're asking them tons of questions about problems that you should be able to solve, or skipping this training altogether, because it's likely that if you keep doing that and you're not using this GPT, you're not using the troubleshooting flow, and you're not actually solving the problems that happen, like you actually do need to solve the problems that happen. You need to be giving feedback communication to the client if you're CSR and saying, hey, we did solve this. Is it good on your end? Or you're a VA and you're doing something, you don't test it and then show proof that you tested it. Like after you implemented a solution, there should be a test or there should be a verification, right? If you're not doing that, you're not going to stay on our team. We're going to replace you with someone else. Okay. And that's just the matter of fact, because we have these tools in place for a reason. They work very well. You need to follow this procedure. All right. And when you do and you solve problems for the client, you'll get more responsibility, better pay, more hours, and we'll expand you. We'd love to do that. So, really kind of, sometimes you have to just slow down, read the steps, take time to go through them, and solve the problems for the client. All right. Thanks.